Hello everyone, welcome back to another reading of the Tales of Food. Today we will be reading chapter 8, and the title of this chapter is Still Remembering the Past. So my name is Stevie and let's get to it.
谢谢您今天来陪我挑选食材。
Thank you for choosing ingredients with me today. It's merely the exertion of lifting one's hand. No need to say thanks. Okay, the first half of the sentence means it's a very slight effort. No need to say thank you. This dish for Tiao Chang, and the process is many. This dish for Tiao Chang. The process is many and complicated. The materials used are complex. Oh no. I was not done with the previous sentence. Okay, continuing with.
没想到您年纪轻轻，竟对烹饪之事如此熟悉，就连佛跳墙这种工序繁琐的大菜都了如指掌啊。
Going back to this sentence, to fully reflect more than a dozen types of ingredients, flavor, and unique characteristics, the key lies in cooking the ingredients separately. So for this part, I wrote more than a dozen, even though it says like 10 something ingredients. Because some recipes can have more than 30 recipes, so I put more than a dozen because that's what the dictionary also says that it could be translated to. And then this part here, only then it can come together. Add soup stock and Shaoxing wine. Use a small fire to simmer for at least 12 hours. In this way, only then it can achieve for Tiao Chang's kind of rich and mellow flavor that penetrates into the bone marrow. Then Zheng Chun Fa's next line is, I didn't expect that while you're so young, but you're already so familiar in the ways of cooking. Even knowing the many complicated procedures of such a great dish like for Tiao Chang, at the back of your own hand.
而且，我看您的手，也是布满了烫伤和刀伤的痕迹。哎呀，真是可惜了这一双本应该细嫩的巧手了。
Moreover, I see your hands. They are even covered with traces of scalding and knife wounds. It is truly a pity. This pair of skillful hands that must have once been delicate. When I was only a few years old, I would already raise a footstool to stand in front of a stove to learn how to cook. The first time I was scalded, I cried for a long time. Fortunately, there's a superb doctor in my household that treated my injury in time. While the doctor treated my wound, the older brothers hugged me and at the same time to cheer me up. The younger brothers are anxious for me while surrounding my legs. Some of them even cried with me.
原来您来自一个温暖的大家庭呀，怪不得您性情如此开朗乐观。我就不一样了，我很笨拙，常常把事情搞砸。
So it turns out you come from a big family. No wonder you have a cheerful and optimistic temperament. I'm different. I'm very clumsy, always making a mess of things.
只有福公，他是第一个，也是唯一一个对我如此信任的人。
Only Fu Gong. He is the first and the one and only person who has confidence in me.
福公曾说过，这聚春院迟早要交给我全权打理。虽然感激福公对我的信任有加，但这可真是使不得呀。
Fu Gong had said this once before. This Zhuchunyan will sooner or later be fully handed over to me to take care of. Although I am careful of Fu Gong's extreme trust in me, but this is too unacceptable.
我根本不敢想象，没有福公的聚春院会是什么模样。
I absolutely don't dare to imagine what Zhu Chunyan would be like without Fu Gong. I really wanted to tell him. According to the records of this world, Even if there's no Fortiao-chang, Zheng Chun Yan will still stand in Fuzhou City with a large signboard that will not collapse in 100 years. Right, about choosing dried sea products. Do you have any insights or experience you could share with me?
哦，您请过来。看这鲍鱼，香气浓郁，唇边珠花完整，肥厚圆润，透红且有光泽，乃是上品。
Please come over here. Look at this abalone. Rich aroma. Bead pattern lips are still intact. Plump and round. Rosy and lustrous. It is top grade.
佛跳墙里所用鱼唇是海味8珍之一，用鲨鱼或其他大型鱼的唇和皮加工成的一种海味。
This fish lips used in Fortiao-chang is one of the 8 treasured seafood. It is one of the 8 seafood treasures. It is a kind of seafood processed from the lips and skin of sharks or possibly other large fishes to successfully get that type of taste of the ocean.
这海参呢，刺体粗壮，说明年龄够了。手捏海参有弹性，那么泡发以后的海参也会有弹性。
This sea cucumber's spiked body is thick and solid, indicating that it is old enough. There is an elasticity when pressing the cucumber. Pressing or pinching, one or the other. And will still have the elasticity after soaking.
瑶柱也是好货，您看，它颗粒完整，手感干燥有香气，坚实饱满，肉质干硬，色泽金光。
Scallops are also a good product. You see, this tiny round thing is intact. It feels dry and has a fragrance. Solid and full. The flesh is dry and hard. The color is a bright gold. Zheng Chun Fa teaches me to choose dry seafood. His brow gradually smoothing out. He is quite experienced in the selection of ingredients, making it plain to see that he is thorough with the Fortiao-chang dish and has a deep understanding of the required ingredients. 福公子，小顺 ，We're back。
才回来啊！我都已经把行装收拾好了，怎么样？迅速吧 ？As fast as lightning。
Just came back? I have already packed the luggages. How was it? Wasn't it fast? As fast as lightning.
Look， 这套泳装是我打算在海边游泳、晒太阳的时候穿的。
Look, this swimsuit. I plan on wearing it to go swimming at the beach, and when it's time for sunbathing.
这套礼服是我亲手设计、亲手裁缝的孤品，不管空桑什么时候举办 party， 本少爷都已经准备好了。
This formal attire is a one of a kind, personally designed and personally tailored by me. No matter when Kong Sang holds a party, this young master is already prepared.
还有这套睡衣，柔顺亲肤，穿上它保管一觉睡到天亮。我可是会认床的，在陌生的地方睡觉，我会失眠的。
Furthermore, the pajamas, gentle and agreeable on the skin. Putting it on is guaranteed to sleep until daybreak. I am bound to have difficulty sleeping, suffering from insomnia when sleeping at an unfamiliar place. Xiao Little Sun is incredibly fast. It seems like you really like Hong Sang?
啊，我只是去看一看，也没说就要住下来了。要是那地方不符合本少爷的品味，本少爷还是要走的。
I'm just going to take a look. I didn't say anything about staying here. Even if that place does not suit this young master's taste, this young master must still go. Yes. Everything according to the young master's demands shall be a priority.
我还有些细碎物件没收完，不跟你废话了。
I still have some remaining items to pack, so no more exchanging nonsense with you. 祁荣锦思顺 turns around and goes back into the building.
少主，你一个人在这里做什么？
小柱 what are you doing here all alone? 胡庚 you're here? I'm just checking if the received goods from the proprietor had any careless mistakes. It would be troublesome if the goods were found to be defective on the day of the birthday banquet.
还是少主细心。不过佛跳墙和鸡茸金丝笋已经答应随少主回空桑。加之佛跳墙曾嘱咐过，寿宴由郑春发全权负责。
It is still Xiao Zhu that is attentive. However, Fu Tiaoqiang and Zhirong Jisishan have agreed to follow Xiao Zhu to return to Kongsang. In addition to what Fu Tiaoqiang once said before, the birthday banquet is left to Zheng Chun Fa to take full control and responsibility.
少主，大可不必如此操劳。
Xiao Zhu does not have to work this hard. Perhaps it is because the heart is still somewhat guilty. After all, I can see Zheng Chun Fa is really dependent on Fu Tiaoqiang. If he knows that Fu Tiaoqiang will leave Fuzhou City after the birthday banquet,
佛跳墙这么做，自然是有他的道理。
Fu Tiaoqiang doing things this way, naturally he has his reasons.
医治大人离开空桑，并将空桑交托给少主，或许也有相似的原因吧。
Master Yi Zhi departing Kongsang and entrusting Kongsang to Xiao Zhu, maybe it is also for a similar reason. So that's why he hasn't returned to Kongsang, hoping for me to go through levels upon layers of refinement through fire, overcoming all kinds of tribulations, to grow mature. Thinking back of father's style of being carefree and wildly pampering his wife, I helplessly shake my head. A barrel of dry goods was suddenly flipped off the freight wagon, scattering seafood all over the ground. And it's a crab with a fishy smell. How can there be a food nightmare here? Hu Keng, stop it quickly. Don't let him harm the customers in the shop.
是，少主。
Yes, Xiao Zhu. And that's the end of number 8. So my name is Livy. Thank you for listening in on today's episode. I'll see you next time on number 9. Bye bye!